Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of CroomTalk. Today, I have a legend in the studio, Mr. DaQuan Jones.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
How's everything going?
Pretty good, man. Just got back up here to Buffalo and been up here for about to be my first full week, and going good.
You went to the Micah Hyde softball game yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
How was that?
That was pretty dope. I mean, to see all that being sold out like that, that was pretty impressive, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pulling up, and I'm like, the entire stadium is sold out.
Yeah.
Hats off to him. It was great.
Yeah, so you've been in Buffalo for, well, not necessarily 1 year, a little bit longer, minus the season, but how you like it so far?
Dude, like, I like it a lot because it reminds me of home.
Yeah.
Like, I'm from John City and 3 hours away, and it's very similar. Small town vibes, you know what I mean? Not, you can, a lot to do out here, but not a lot to do. So it's pretty, familiar with home, and I love it.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
So growing up there, did you grow up a Bills fan?
No.
Oh.
First game I ever watched, a pro game I ever watched was Philly versus the Vikings. And
Which one came out on top?
I think Philly won that one. It played at Minnesota.
Is that your team?
Who?
Philly.
Philly, yeah. Bro, they had Donovan McNabb, Westbrook. They had all of them, bro. Like,
so that's like the team you played on Madden, and it just kind of fell in your
lap. Yeah. Like, bro, I used to kill everybody with the Eagles, and I don't know, that team might just be one of the greatest teams I ever seen, bro. Like, I loved the Eagles back then, man. Like, they were just on defense. They had everybody. They had Curse, Trotter, like Dawkins. Like, they had everybody, bro. Like, they were stacked.
Were you allowed to go to a lot of games when you were younger or no?
I went to, believe it or not, my first NFL game was the Buffalo Bills versus Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
My high school coach took me, and it was pretty cool. Like, out of nowhere, he goes, "You want to go to Buffalo Bills game with me?" I'm like, yeah.
You know, the sad part about that situation is the stadium is exactly the same as when you were there.
Yeah. But that game, though, it was when that tight end from Denver broke his neck. Do you remember that? It was like a kick on.
No, that was our player. That was Kevin Everett, right?
Yeah.
Kevin
Was
Everett.
player?
Yeah, he got paralyzed on the kickoff.
I thought it was a Denver player. My bad.
What? Yeah, I would assume. I know that exact situation on kickoff was Kevin Everett.
Yeah. Damn. But yeah, that was the first game I went to.
Yeah.
It's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I liked it. And now I'm here.
But the Bills didn't win you over, huh?
No. I mean,
it's probably because we had them ugly ass dark blue and red jerseys too, with the red helmets.
No, I mean, everyone back home is either Giants or Buffalo. I'm just like,
they just said screw the Jets.
I mean, yeah, I'm like,
they weren't even an option.
I mean, I just didn't like. I mean, the colors I wasn't into. Some of that Eagles green that had me hooked.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it, and I watched Eagles football pretty religiously. Like,
yeah.
I followed it pretty hard. Like, I'm not really into. At that time, I wasn't really into watching sports or kind of following along. But the Eagles, man, I knew everything they were doing, so I was a huge fan.
Were you allowed to get it on TV then?
Yeah, we got a lot of their games on TV.
Yeah, because that'd be a tricky thing. I know a lot of people are fans of like teams that they're not necessarily close to, and you can't get coverage for their games and watch them.
Yeah, but I mean, we're right there. We're 3 hours away, so it's like they gotta show it.
Yeah. So you ever play Philly?
Played Philly in a preseason game, and I played them, I think, my second year in the league.
How'd that feel?
That was pretty cool.
Did you play in Philly too?
We played at Philly, and then we played in Tennessee, and that was pretty dope, man. To be able to go out there and, like, you know, I grew up watching them. Yeah. Like, I loved them. Like, it was like such a real moment, for real. And I really enjoyed that shit. Like, it was just, it was fire.
Was there like a dark green shirt under your jersey that day?
No. I mean, you know, when I went out there, like, I don't know, just lining up and seeing that Eagles green and just putting your hand down and knowing you're going against your childhood team, like, I don't know, it's kind of hard to describe, but it was special.
So win or lose, you were still excited?
Yeah, I think we lost the first game.
Yeah, and you were like in the locker room, like, yeah, my team still won. I don't know about y'all.
I mean, like, we won like fucking 2, 3, and 14, whatever. Like, we were horrible. Yeah. But, like, you know, we go out there and, like, play against them. I mean, I loved it.
Was that with Tennessee?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they turned that shit around real quick.
Was Tennessee?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it was a grind. We went 2-14, then we won 3 games the next year. Then won we had like two back to back 9-7 teams, and that was kind of like the changing point. But I mean, that was a grind.
How does that feel mentally? Like knowing like you guys are just busting your ass collectively as a group and you just can't get it done all the time.
I think it weans out the people who love football.
Yeah.
Like you have to like love football to go out there every day and get your ass kicked. But like
Mhm.
I know people can be like, oh, well, y'all get paid. I'm like, dude, we love winning too.
Mhm.
And like when you lose in this league, these coaches and GMs don't give a damn. I mean, we had players on like a rotating door, and they were coming in and out the door. Like if you fucked up that week in the game, or I remember we had a DB who gave like 2 touchdown passes like to D Hop, and then he was gone.
Mhm.
Brought another DB next week, and it was like the same thing.
That's when like the season turns into pretty much like a training camp. Like, oh, you messed
all
up, you got to go.
all year. Like
Yeah.
our O-line got banged up, and we were going through O-line. The guys were signed Monday, playing that game that Sunday, and it was just, how the fuck we do this shit?
Yeah.
But that was tough, man. I wish I had nobody.
What was your last year in Tennessee?
20? No. Yeah, 20.
You guys made the playoffs, right? Or was that the next year?
No, we lost to Baltimore that year. Baltimore came out to Tennessee, and they won.
Yeah. No, because I was just gonna say like that kind of coming full circle, but then you went to the Panthers, right?
Mm-hmm.
How was that over there? Because it seems like everybody who was over there came over here. Hence why you're here, right?
Carolina, in a nice way, it was. I mean, I'll say that the players over there are great. I mean, they have a great roster.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, them guys are special. They're young. They put the work in. It just wasn't all there, as far as coaching and everything like that. And I ain't trying to say too much. I ain't trying to say too much, but they just, it wasn't all put together. But hopefully this year they turn it around and they kind of come out here and light the league on fire. But I tell a lot of people like that was like my blimp year in the league. Like it wasn't enjoyable like at all. Like that environment was not to my liking.
Yeah.
And,
Did you have a good season?
I mean, to them, no. I had a bad season, but like I'm a coach's guy. Like I try to do what the coaches tell me to do.
Yeah.
I'm not really a rebel when it comes to playing, and it was just being pulled in different directions and not really, hey, Quan, like do it this way. It was more like do this, do that, and I'm like, all right, well, it's too much right now at this point. Like you got everybody over here thinking about how to play, and then everyone not on the same page.
Yeah.
It was rough.
How often do you feel like people who specialize in a specific position and specific play, do you think their careers get ruined by coaches making them be the player they're not?
That's a great question because that's a question you hear a lot. Is it player? Is it scheme? Is it scheme or is it player? Like,
I mean, because you see it so often. You can look at all the quarterbacks. Like,
I know, but and it's like what makes what, and it's like well, you can sit there and be like, well, Aaron Donald. I'm okay, well, Aaron Donald's a freak. And you could probably play in the 3-4 and do exactly what he's doing now, but it might be a little different. You know what I mean? Like if you're playing like a true head up 5, it might be a little different, but you never know. I still think he'd be a hell of a player and go out there and make plays, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, techniques of the game is just different what you play. And again, if a coach can put the reins on you early and kind of control what you do, like it's tough to play in the league because now you're always thinking in the back of your head like, am I doing something right? Am I doing something wrong? Is the coach gonna take me out? Like that shit is real for like 80% of the players. I would say like in the league, like they gotta worry about are they fucking up? Are they gonna fuck up? If they do fuck up, they're gonna get taken out. Like that shit happens more often than not.
Yeah. You saw a lot, very often, because you see it. You see, like, you can even look at Russell Wilson. Like, he's playing in a whole different program now, and everybody's like, well, what happened? Like a scheme guy. You see a lot of guys even come into the league, like, like overweight or supposedly overweight, and they want to completely change you into a player you've never been just because that's the vision they have for you, and you just got to, like, either deal with it and just trust it, or you're going to kind of just become defensive about it, and that's going to rub people the wrong way too. So you kind of got to pick your poison, I feel.
Yeah. I mean, I got drafted, and I came from a 4-3 attack defense in Penn State, and then it went to a 3-4 read defense, and that was tough. Like, to go from, like, you're getting off the ball, trying to make plays, to, like, okay, you're going to sit here, 2-gap, play backside in the zero technique, go to the 4-eye, you even stance, read, and have to break all the habits to learn that technique. And then, like, still get bitched at for. I'm like, it's only you go from college to the league, and the rookie school will come up here next week, and it's like you have from then to the season to break 4 years of coaching and 4 years of this technique of what got you here, right? So if you go to a system that's not that you haven't played in, you have to break all that down and then learn the new stuff within 4.5 months, 4 or 5 months,
Yeah.
which is tough.
At what point in your career, like younger you, like did you feel like the NFL was the goal, or was it always the goal?
No, I mean, growing up, like I didn't think I would really do anything. I thought I'd be with my buddies and run the streets, and that's the God's truth. Like I didn't think I would make it in football until my high school football coach, Bill Spalek, him, Brad Cook, they kind of in college kind of all like kind of helped me and guided me to stay on this path of football because I was always the biggest kid. I grew up in Johnson City, New York. Like there's not a lot of big people my size, and like I was fucking people up in the field. I'm like, well, I'm just a bully out here. Like it's just different. And then they go, oh, you can go to college and play. And I'm like, bro, you're fucking crazy. I couldn't tell you like any real colleges out there. You know what I mean? I couldn't tell you like, I knew about the Alabamas and the Floridas and stuff like that, but I couldn't really tell you like anything other than those schools. And then so that whole process when that happened, man, like it was kind of wild, man. Just be able to I'm out there playing my junior year, I get a scholarship offer. I'm like, what the hell? You know what I mean? Like they send out a tape and I get a scholarship offer. I'm like, okay, maybe. And then like my senior year, kind of just the door blew open, and I started getting scholarship left and right. I'm like, okay, well I can go to college, but I didn't think I'll go to college and play in the league. Yeah. No.
At what point in college did you feel like like that was it?
Probably the same process. Like I went in there like I had Devin Still, Ali Agbu in front of me, Jack Crawford. Like I had some big motherfuckers out there like who were like, balling. And I'll never forget like my first padded practice. We had to do 1-on-ones. We had a old lineman named Johnny Trumpman, and this motherfucker was a massive human being. And we had Devin Still, who's also a massive human being, and they did 1-on-ones. And when I tell you they came off the ball, that's pass rush. But they came off the ball, and these motherfuckers collided. Like it sounded like a freak train, like just off the rails. Bow! I'm like, oh my god! Like I am here. Like I'm here, and like it made me want to go even harder. Like when I saw that, I'm like, dude, I can't get showed. I can't get embarrassed out here in front of all these people. So like I kind of lit a fire under me, but like I didn't really believe in myself that I'd go in the league probably until my junior year. Because like, oh, DaQuan, like the mock draft has you going like 4th round. I'm like, what? Like for real? Like I feel like I didn't even do anything. Then like my senior year, I kind of just caught fire, believed in the system, and the rest is kind of history after that.
Yeah. So it was like the next process, like the NFL journey. Where'd you want to go? I mean, probably Philly, right?
Philly a bit nice, but I didn't really. Again, I really didn't know football like that in the league. Like, I mean, I knew about the New York teams and Philly and stuff like that, but I couldn't tell you the different divisions or the AFC South, North. I couldn't tell you who was in what. Yeah. To be honest with you, and like, on draft day, I'm sitting there like I see the Giants, pick Finn, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to the Giants, and my phone's ringing, but it was like a 615. I'm like, what the hell was this? Like, I pick up the phone and go, hey, Webster, Tennessee. I'm looking at my family like Tennessee Titans. The fuck? Yeah. You know what I mean? I didn't know anything about Tennessee. And I'm like, I played Madden a lot. Yeah. I'm like, I never played with the Tennessee Titans. Yeah. Like, not one time have I played with the Tennessee Titans. Yeah. Couldn't tell you nothing. Then after that, you do all the interviews. They call you like, hey, how does it feel having Taylor Lewan as your teammate? I'm like, sorry, who? And I'm like, dude, I wasn't like everyone. Not everyone now, they kind of know each other in college football. Yeah. I couldn't tell you who anyone was. Like, no disrespect. I didn't care. I'm still like that today. I don't really get caught up in like who that player, who this, who that. I don't give two shits. Yeah. At the end of the day, can you play football? So, but yeah, I got drafted to Tennessee, and kind of the rest of the history after that. Yeah. Did you enjoy your time in Tennessee? I loved it. I feel like you had to because you live there. Yeah. No, I loved it. I did 7 years there, and my wife grew up in Philly. I grew up in New York and Tennessee, which is different. And I love the pace of it, the culture of it, and now Nashville's home. But yeah, I mean, I loved it down there.
And Nashville is a beautiful place.
Yeah, did you just go down there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I went down there twice. I went down there last year when the Bills played. Was it last year?
That was a good game.
That was the last second game. Yeah.
But not last year. 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah, because that was a good game.
Yeah, when they didn't call Poyer getting hold on that Derrick Henry friggin'. What year was that?
That was 21.
Were you with them at the time?
No, I was
you were in
Carolina.
Carolina? Yeah. Good. Because you didn't deserve that win.
Yeah, I wasn't there for that one, though. But yeah, it was a good game.
What's your favorite part about Nashville?
Ooh, good question. I think, man, just the lifestyle, man. Like, I love how the houses are set up, like, just like, where you live, and then, like, going downtown and be able to experience so many different food, like, restaurants. I'm so used to have, like, in my hometown, we have, like, Texas Roadhouse at the steakhouse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, to go in there and go to, like, so many different steakhouses and be able to enjoy so many different foods and little mom and pop shops. Like, I just love that. You can go there and change it up and not really have the same thing every day. So I kind of love that. I love the whole culture of Nashville, man. Like, it's really dope.
Yeah, we got to experience quite a bit of that. Not really as much as we'd like to, but, I wanted to try Hattie B's.
I think it's overrated.
Oh, dude, it was terrible. I threw it out.
Yeah, I mean, the chicken's kind of chewy.
Especially coming from the chicken sandwich that we had in fucking New York, bro. That shit was like, that was the best chicken sandwich I ever had in my life.
That. We should all just kind of just pour some money in that and just.
That was easily the best chicken sandwich I ever had.
I agree.
Like, and I put, like, because I know you're a Chick-fil-A guy, but I put, like, the Popeyes chicken sandwich up there as, like legit.
Interesting.
And I'd probably give, like, the Popeyes chicken sandwich, like, an 8.5.
High.
But, like, that 375 chicken sandwich, bro, probably, like, a 9.4, bro.
If you can give it, like, a perfect rating, like,
and, like,
9.4 would be it.
It all made sense, too, because, like, we literally waited for, like, a perfect, like, amount of time where, like, they literally, you could tell it was fresh.
Yeah.
Like, we literally had to sit there for, like, 15, 20 minutes for our food. And that was good.
Yeah.
What kind did you get?
Ooh, I don't remember.
I feel like we had the same one.
It was like a...
We had, some sriracha sauce, I think.
Teriyaki. I had, like a...
Because I feel like I had the same sauce. But that might have been for, like, dipping something.
You ever had wings over before?
What is it?
Wings over? Oh, I had, like, a sweet chili.
Okay, yeah.
Like a sweet chili sauce.
Yeah.
Fire.
Yeah, that was different, bro. Like, New York is so hectic for me. Like, it's just a hectic place for me. But, like, I would go back for the chicken sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
No question. That bagel and salmon, hell no. But that chicken sandwich?
Yeah, that thing was weird, bro. They had, you ever hear of that?
What is it?
Like a bagel with cream cheese and raw salmon?
Yeah.
That's like a big thing, apparently. Like, and he went and tried it. We waited probably, I'd say, an hour. And, like, it would seem like a fish market pretty much. Like,
Yeah.
Just imagine a bunch of, like, tourists. I'm sure there's a lot of people who are from there, but, like, it's just like one of those places, like, you just gotta try, according to everybody. So you're in there. You're probably in, like a 35 people capacity building, but there's also 60 people in there. And, like, it's raining outside, so nobody wants to stand outside anyway. It was miserable that day. And, like, it's just everything's everywhere. You get a number. I think we were, like, number 90, 97 or something, and we got in there. They were at, like, 53.
Yeah.
But, like, it was such an anticipation, like, such a big place for that sandwich. And, like, the way I looked at it is, like, I think people who try to do bagels do a terrible job, because if you're not double toasting a bagel or double siding a bagel, it's pointless. Because, like, at least this, like I said, I didn't eat it, but, like, seeing the bagel that, like, you had, it didn't even look toasted, to be honest.
No, it was
Let
like
alone it was a plain bagel.
Toast, yeah.
It was like one of those bagels where, like, you take a bite and everything that is in the bagel comes out the back end because it's not well put together. Let alone it's raw salmon and cream cheese. So in your head, you're just kind of like, I'm already, like, trying to make this make sense, and then, like, the texture is just off. So I couldn't imagine that being good in any way.
Like a food review on it, and, like, I remember biting into the first bite, and I'm like, the texture of the salmon with the cream cheese, like to me, it didn't go. I'm like, okay, it's smoky. It's like okay, not too bad. But I'm like, that shit was not it.
But I feel like the salmon would get pasty too.
If you let it sit for a while.
Well, that mixing with the cream cheese, which is already pasty, and then you got a soft ass bagel, that would have just threw me off. The sad part is about that is like you reviewed it in front of Starbucks, and I bet you if you got like a bagel from Starbucks, it would have been better.
No question.
Yeah.
No question. I mean, yeah, like you said, it was it was like doughy, like a doughy.
I feel like the more you ate it, the more you didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cause you took the first bite and you were like, "Oh, this ain't bad," and
Not bad.
then you kept like kind of getting to it, and you were just like, "Yeah, man, I don't know."
I think when I bit into it and I saw like a chunk of salmon, it lost me.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, no.
Yeah. So we had a couple good food spots when we were in New York City too.
Mm-hmm. We went to was it Pretty? No,
Say less.
Say Less. But say Pretty Please. What the fuck?
That's a good little like a mental thing though. Like you're right on the same narrative.
Yeah, close. But that was good. I mean, they had that. What was that? Like orange.
The orange chicken.
Orange chicken
with peanut butter sauce.
Yeah, I wasn't fan of that. But they had like those
You like the chicken dumplings, right?
chicken dumplings.
Or was it something else?
No, it was the dumplings.
Okay.
The chicken dumplings. That was fucking. Woo. Between that and the chicken, I'll definitely go back just for that.
See, I like the shrimp. You guys didn't care for the shrimp, but I enjoy like firecracker shrimp.
Because shrimp has a taste to it that you can't shake.
You don't like shrimp?
You
like
can
that,
make
is what you're
chicken
saying?
taste like 20 different things,
Yeah.
right? Shrimp, you're eating shrimp. And
Mhm.
shrimp taste is not, it's not good for me. I don't
Yeah.
I don't
I hear
enjoy
that.
it. You know what I mean? Like, no
You
matter
like
you
sushi?
I love sushi.
See, I never had sushi, but we talked about this in New York.
Yeah, but how do you eat shrimp but not sushi? You can have a
But
shrimp
I would
tempura.
also ask you the same thing. How do you eat sushi but not shrimp?
I do eat shrimp. I just don't care for the taste.
Oh, so it was just like, eh. They
Yeah,
tried
like, if
kinda
I know
thing?
I'm eating shrimp, like for sushi, like okay, but I know it's gonna taste like.
Yeah.
But if you can't like, unless like a shrimp scampi,
Yeah.
you can't really dress it up to make it taste any different than.
Yeah, I
shrimp.
get what you're saying. Like the avenue for flavoring shrimp is very minimal.
Yeah, you can't really do.
It's either this or that.
Yeah.
I get it. Because
Yeah.
you definitely can make a shit ton of different chicken.
Yeah,
But you're not gonna make like a jerk styled shrimp or something like that. It's
No,
it's just not a thing.
they might do in Jamaica. They
Yeah.
I thought they jerk every fucking thing they make. Yeah, jerk something.
Pause. All right.
Chill.
He's like, yeah, they jerk everything out
They
there.
jerk everything out there. Oh shit!
All right. Yeah, in America we ain't on that type of time.
Yeah, we don't do that shit over here, right?
What else was there? What you had the chicken, the dumplings. There was the shrimp. You didn't really care for the shrimp. I don't even think you even tried the shrimp.
Mm-mm.
But there was something else. Or nah, bro, because the dumplings were the soft ones, right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys like the hard ones, the fried ones.
Yeah, but they were tiny though. They're like
But there's two different types of. The wontons. That's what you liked. You didn't really care for the dumplings. You liked the wontons, the chicken wontons.
Is that what it was?
Yes, because they were fried. The dumplings were soft. You liked the fried ones because
Yeah.
we ordered them like 4 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, those were good as fuck.
Those were good as fuck. Yeah.
And then the next day, we went. How many days were there? 3 or 2?
Or Friday, Saturday too.
Yeah. So then the next day.
Went to that.
Oh, the next day is when we went to the little breakfast place, and then we did the chicken last, and then we went out to
the Jamaica spot. Like that. No, what's the Jamaica?
No, we went
African spot. Like it was like
the joint inside of like that big ass building.
Plaza,
Yeah.
What was that called?
I don't remember.
I don't know. My buddy picked it out. He didn't show up.
Yeah, but that's when I was like trying shit I never had. I think I ordered some truffle something. Remember?
Yeah.
And that was okay. I wasn't really hungry. I was not feeling too well that day. You guys got a lot of shit.
Them oxtails.
Yeah.
The oxtails were amazing. And then we had the was it the goat patty? What was
I feel like everybody had something different.
Yeah. it was like a beef patty. It was like a beef patty, then we had like the oxtails, and then he ordered like my boy Greg. He ordered something else. He ordered all that.
Yeah,
stuff. He West Indian, so he.
yeah. I remember whatever he had. I think it was like spicy or something. Yeah, because your other boy, he couldn't order specific things because of his allergies. So I don't remember what he ended up having to get.
Oh, wasn't the
I feel like everybody tried everything though. I feel like there was like some type of mashed potatoes,
like braised rib, like or short rib,
something
short
like that. Yeah.
It was like short rib, oxtails, and then we had like the goat patty, like a beef patty, and then I don't know. I can't remember what he got.
Yeah, dude. Because I'm trying to think. I don't know. I mean, we took pictures of everything, videos of everything.
On my phone, I'm like, dude, that shit looks fire. I looked at it the other day, actually. I'm like,
yeah, you're just like, man, yo, crew, you trying to go hit the city real quick?
Need to go back.
See, I've always been into food, but like honestly, I'd say like 95% of like going somewhere else, like a vacation or traveling, it's usually like on like a go have a good time thing. So it's like I try not to worry about too much about eating because I'm so focused on like the nightlife. So it's like I never like go somewhere and just like try to have like a crazy dinner or try a bunch of this and try a bunch of that. Like in Nashville, bro, we probably ate like 2 times a day if we're lucky. Like not me because I was like trying to be healthy, so I would like literally just have like a big ass protein shake in the morning, and then I'd have like a meal at like 5:00, and then I'd be fine.
Dude, what? That's part of vacation though. Like that's why.
Yeah, but I overeat. Like I have a tendency to overeat, and like I get bloated very easily. Like if I overeat and then then I'm gonna go out later and I'm gonna drink, I'm gonna get super bloated and I'm gonna feel extremely uncomfortable. Like that's how I felt. That's why I didn't go out that second night in New York. Because I did not feel well. I didn't even eat dinner and I didn't feel good. Might be like a gluten thing, to be honest.
That might be it. That's probably it.
Yeah, because you ever been to the aquarium restaurant in Nashville? Right in the mall? By the Grand Ole Opry?
No.
Terrible. Terrible. Yeah, so it's expensive.
No, I know.
It's a sick place to go. I'm sure your kids will love it. No.
I've probably been to that mall maybe twice. I don't.
Dude, but if you like want to go there, like with the wife and kids, they'll fucking love it. There's sharks and stingrays in there.
Terrible.
I mean, the food. I'm sure you can get good food there, but like, I'd say it's like from my standard expensive, but like. There's probably good food you can get on there. It's more of like a seafood vibe, but there is like ways to kind of get around it and still have like stuff. Like I think because what I got was like I think it was like either chicken or shrimp Alfredo or something, but like it was just so flavorless, and it was just not enjoyable. And you're just trying to stir it up even more, and you're just like, bro, like I might have to go in the back in the kitchen and show them how to use like garlic or something. It was just disappointing because like we pretty much, I would say like if we went to Applebee's and ate the same thing, we'd be paying probably $35 each, or not even maybe. Yeah, and like we went there.
Applebee's got that fucking chicken Cajun pasta.
Dude, I was just there yesterday. But it's like. You can't sleep on Applebee's, bro. Applebee's gets the job fucking done.
Hell yeah.
But it's like you're going there and paying for the experience. That's how I looked at it. It's pretty much Apple.
Telling me I'm not going.
Well, your kids will like it.
Yeah, we're good. We'll wait.
Yeah. When you guys get older.
Yeah. Go by yourself.
You'll understand.
I'm good. I'm okay. I'm all right.
Yeah, but I don't think we went anywhere else. We did do that one rooftop place. That was, I mean, we didn't eat much. That was before the concert.
Oh, where?
Well, because you went there. Yeah, I think so. Because it's kind of fancy up there.
Yeah, 12 South. It's like a new build down there.
Yeah, it's like, and there's like the big stairway on the right side once you walk in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
that rooftop's huge.
Yeah, there's like a bunch of different things in there.
Yeah. And then did you go to the restaurant like with like the patio area? Like, there's like 2 of them. There's like
the one that's kind of outdoors with the grass wall and the lights and shit that everybody takes pictures in front of. The one that's kind of outside but still roofed a little bit.
Yeah, when you come up the elevator
and go left,
come out right then left. You come out. There's like the restaurant right there, but and
there's a big bar when you first get up there.
Yeah,
but that was closed. We went there during the day.
Oh, okay.
So like there was nobody in the bar, and there's like the balcony on the outside. and it was just super packed out on the patio, like rooftop kind of vibe. And it was like the same thing. Like I didn't want to eat much, but we got like the sweet potato fries, and I think someone got chicken wings, and then the burger. The burger was insane, bro. Like my boy gave us like a little bit of the burger. That shit was good. But the sweet potato fries were super good.
I'll have to go check it out.
You
You know what the restaurant was called?
At that spot?
Yeah.
Well, where did you go for brunch? Because I thought you guys went somewhere for brunch. Wasn't it the same place?
Well, did the restaurant have like stairs in the middle that took you down to like the kind of like the food court area?
So it's literally right next to Hattie B's. Like probably a building over from Hattie B's on Broadway.
Yeah, but in the same kind of corner plaza, right? All that's connected.
Yeah, because what I remember is there was a Hostess stand, and once you go in there, as soon as you like go past the Hostess, there's a big stairwell that does this and this, and then you're up top, and then where we ordered food from was the rooftop patio.
So I did eat there then. Okay, I ate there.
Yeah, because it was fancy. There was a lot of people like actually eating food there. Yeah. It was like a club vibe, DJ there, but also like
what time did you go?
It was probably say, probably noon. No. DJ up there, everything, people dancing.
Oh, I went there in like a dinner time, so it probably wasn't.
Yeah, but it was like still everything was still going on. Like there was people like legit having like full course meals, like sitting down as well.
Oh, that's dope.
It was a super dope place, and I can only imagine there being so many of them in Nashville, because that's just Nashville's thing. Like even like people talk about like Jason Aldean's having like great food. Like we just go out there to get drunk, and it's like everywhere's probably got very underrated food, especially because it's such a touristy place. Like you go downtown on Broadway, you're not meeting anybody from Nashville 90% of the time.
No.
So it's like I'm sure they're on their A game when it comes to like food, because it's like.
Did y'all go to the diner at all?
We didn't. I'm telling you, we didn't do anything.
Not even the diner. The diner, I mean, it's got great.
Well, we didn't.
Food.
Is it on Broadway?
Like the street over.
See, like we never went to Broadway, only at night. Like.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like.
So what y'all doing? Y'all ain't like day drink during the day, and like did y'all check up like
pretty much
Midtown?
Golfed the whole time. Pretty much every day, like right in the morning. Because everything was pretty much planned. Because like we got in Thursday, late Thursday, and then we went out, just me and him, and then the next day, our boy got in with his girlfriend. They came in at like 7, so they met us at like a Walmart. We were just getting shit for the house, and then. We had golf, a tee time at 1, because that's when I told you to see if any of your boys from the Titans wanted to play. And then we had golf then, and we had dinner at 7, which ended up moving to probably 8:30 because golf took a while. And then after that, we planned to go out. And then the next day, I think we just kind of we were supposed to golf, and everybody was just kind of fucked up. So then we didn't golf. And then we went to that rooftop place, and then we had the concert, and the concert doors opened at 5, and we had pit tickets, so we had to get there even earlier. Yeah, so like we had to go pretty much to the Titans Stadium at probably 2:00. So it was like, there goes that day, and then the next day was our last day, and then he got so drunk. No, that was the next day after the concert. He got so drunk on Sunday night that he didn't even come golfing the next morning. I literally laid down for 30 minutes and we went golfing, filmed it all, had a miserable time, and then we had to drive home. So we didn't really, we didn't have like free time because everything was so kind of planned. But I would have loved to like kind of just dabble into food for a day. Like even when I go on vacation, like out of the country, I don't really go too crazy with the food. It's just more of like a function thing for me.
I gotta eat the food, bro.
Yeah,
I gotta try it. I mean. Like we went to Hawaii, and I wanted to try all the food they recommended, because like that was a 15-hour flight.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, I'm not sure I'm gonna go over there again. So I'm like, I had to go over there and like eat all the food I could.
Yeah.
And I paid the price.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, what?
Going in or coming out?
No, I'm talking about. I came back and got home. Like, all right, I feel like a slug right now.
So it's slap though.
Oh yeah, it was
Yeah,
good. Yeah,
I heard a lot of the fruit down there as well. They have like their own stuff down there.
yeah. They grow their own
Yeah,
all that stuff. Yeah.
yeah, because there's like a fruit that you can eat that's like it just grows like you see it on the side of a golf course, but I heard it's like terrible. But like you got to just I don't know I don't remember what it looked like.
I know there's like one like it's like it almost like a garlic. Looks like garlic. It's like a fruit, but apparently it has like huge health benefits. You take that shit, like it kills cancer cells and all that shit. Like
Yeah.
it's fucking it's wild.
Yeah, it sounds like a spiritual type of fruit, especially in Hawaii. I feel like a lot of shit down there is very spiritual.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It's really dope. Like, I mean, they all believe in like not really wearing shoes and like once we created like shoes and put them on our feet, like we disconnected from the earth. Like
yeah,
their whole culture over there is just fucking awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you barefoot it a lot of the time?
When we went to the beaches and stuff. I mean, obviously we went to the beaches,
Yeah.
but like just even like walking around a little bit. Like we were on the road to Hana, and every chance I got, we walked through. Barefoot. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. What do they call that? Being grounded, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Well, that's different. That's just a Joe Crum thing.
Yeah.
But so you've been doing quite a bit of traveling, huh?
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
We got Napa this weekend, so it's gonna be the last 4 weekends we've been on the move, man.
Yeah.
Just going.
Getting your rounds in.
I played today,
Yeah.
and it was horrible, but
It's all about progress.
all about every day. I'm go out there. I'm like, I suck at it, but like I'm just trying to get better. I started like 3 months ago, so I'm like, I'll be all right.
Any like dream vacation that you haven't gotten to take in yet?
I want to go to Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want to do there?
I was supposed to go this year, but I want to go over there, and I want to. So Japan, like I'm huge into anime, like me and my buddy, and like pretty much everyone I know, like we all love anime, and they're like the godfather of anime. Like they created, they have a whole. They teach all their high school kids how to draw and do mangas and all that stuff. Like they're more advanced in that area than we are, and I would love to go over there and kind of just walk around the studios and kind of see what you can see. Like they have like Naruto, which is like a famous anime. Like you have the Naruto Hotel, like shit like that. Like they have like Mario Kart, like racing. Like to go over there and be in like a childhood fantasy land.
Yeah.
Like, I want to go over there and just experience that. And then like the food too. I want to go out there and like try all that delicious food.
Where in Japan would that be?
In Tokyo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tokyo would be sick.
Yeah.
Like the language barrier is probably wild, but you would think there'd be a lot of like bilingual people in Japan because Tokyo is a touristy place, so I feel like there'd be a lot of bilingual people.
I hope so, because I do not do good with accents.
Yeah.
If it's like I ain't trying to be rude, but I have the hardest time understanding. I promise you, I'm trying to understand, but I'm not understanding you.
Google Translate does not work as well as you think it does.
No. I went to the DR. They're speaking Spanish. They think I'm Dominican. I'm like, I'm not Dominican, and I don't know what the frick you're saying. But like, I'm trying. Like Dominican Spanish is kind of different with the lingo. I'm like, I can't. It was a lose-lose situation.
Yeah. You went to DR, you said?
Yeah, I went for my bachelor party.
Where? Puerto Plata or Punta Cana?
We went to Punta Cana, but like we weren't in Punta Cana. Like we went to so Jarrell Casey was my best man, and I think his wife booked our trip, and she put us at a golf course, like a golf resort, and it was beautiful. Like the house was huge, it was dope, but we were 45 minutes away from Punta Cana.
Yeah,
like where all the tourists are, 45 minutes away, and like leaving the resort, it was like,
yeah, that's definitely one of those places.
Like what I mean, like it was. I'm not comfortable. And we brought like our little jewelry, but not too much. And then one day we're like, let's just try to get a car. We couldn't get a car. There, no cabs out there. Found a dude who's a driver. He has a cab, and he had like 2 vans. And like I had like 15 guys there, and we all crammed in these fucking vans, and drove like the one night down to like all the touristy spot. Fucking dope, awesome, amazing, loved it. And then like we all want to go out the next night, but we can't go that far again. Like it was like going down there, then you get fucked up, then coming back. Like we're all like, someone has to stay awake to make sure we get back. You know what I mean? Like, so like,
yeah, you're in the Dominican. You're like, listen, there's 15 of us. One person's not allowed to have any Mama Juana.
Yeah, we're all trying to like. I'm like, dude. Like, I remember we had to keep pulling over because like, once you're driving, people get sick.
Yeah.
And like, I'm like, bro, we're not gonna make it back.
Yeah.
So the next night, I'm like, dude, can we just go somewhere like closer? Like maybe you get like a little bar or whatever. And he's like, oh, no problem. You know, I'm like, all right. Well, we pull up to this club.
Yeah.
And we're on a car. And I'm like, y'all ain't wear y'all shit, did y'all? Like y'all chains. I'm like, I got like my little tennis chain. Like we're all like, yo, we should take this shit off. We were in the ghetto club E of the DR. I'm like, put this in your pocket.
Yeah.
Took everything off, got the car. And we got the car. We turned around. There's like this guy speaking, like, and he was like talking to the driver, but like it was like real intense. I'm like, the hell's about to go on right now?
Yeah, like you got set up or something.
And the dude's walking down, and he's dragging a fucking machete. I mean, it was like this long, just walking down. I'm like, we about to get stabbed right now? Like, what the hell? What's going on? He go, oh no, he's the owner of the club. Comes up, daps up, like, hey, no, hey, come in, and we go in there, and it was like a nice club. But when I tell you, we were all stacked in that corner like some sardines. Like we're like, yo, listen, if y'all go to the bathroom, we go two at a time. We had like a women's system going. Like, hey, if you go to the bathroom, two at a fucking time. And my boy Donovan, like he had a fat ass. He just got it, a fat ass, like finger ring, and he was dapping up these guys up there. Like, you know, next thing you know, he was like, nobody fucking move. I'm like, what happened? He goes like, bro, my ring's gone. I said, that shit gone. I don't know. You should have put it in your pocket. That shit, you ain't getting it back. And we sat there. We turned the lights on. We trying to look for that shit. They got him so quick.
Yeah.
I'm talking about dapped him up off the finger. It was bizarre.
That shit crazy, bro. I feel like a lot of people underestimate it too, but you went into it preparing for it. I mean, I wouldn't say I experienced it, but like you just know. Like, bro, I went to DR too, but I stayed in Puerto Plata, which is the opposite of the Dominican, but it's on the border of Haiti. So we booked a fucking dune buggy rental, and we got to go through Haiti. So I'm like I'm already sketched out, but I had a go-kart, and I'm like, all right, this shit whips. I'm chilling. So the dude's like, yeah, we're gonna go through the village of Haiti as the kids are getting out of school, and like they had like this big ass like store, like at the like home base of the place to do your excursion. So I went and bought like a bunch of candy, like them big ass bags of suckers, and I'm like, I'm gonna hand them to the kids just because I think it'd be dope. So like we get there, and I'm talking, we're like, I feel like we're on the border of like DR and Haiti. We're literally going through like a cornfield on like a dirt road. Haven't seen a human in probably 25 minutes, and we're just cruising, and it's sketchy. It's as sketchy as you can imagine. And my buddy's dune buggy keeps breaking down. I'm like, bro, this is the last fucking place you need this to happen. And there's like we're rolling deep, like, but it's like just touristy people, like little guy with his wife and her nice little purse, and they're just like, you know, taking pictures of shit. And I'm like, bro, this shit's real. Like, bro, he broke down probably like 4 times, and then we end up going. We cross the street, and we're still on this little thing. We're still on this little road, and his shit breaks down again. So like the whole excursion has to wait, and these 2 kids just pull up on a horse out of nowhere, like out of like the cornfields, like, and just like give me your shoes, like but little ass kids, like just like not knowing any better, but like I like knowing like what you have I don't and I want kind of thing. So like, you know, like us, we would probably be a little bit respectful, like, hey, ha ha, you know, but like these kids are literally like I want it, like grabbing it and everything, but they're kids. It's so hard to like try to like find the balance of how to react to it.
Yeah.
So like they went up to the guy in front of me, took his hat off, literally like took his hat off his head, put it on, didn't give a fuck. Like you would think these kids like they didn't care, bro. It was the weirdest shit. And I didn't have anything on me. I had my GoPro, but I had my GoPro on like this homemade like tripod, and I zip tied it to the golf cart or the go-kart because I didn't want to have to hold it the whole time, so it would just stay where I wanted it. And they were trying to grab it, but it wouldn't come off. Then they took the girl's purse in front of us, just like hopped on their horse and just kept it moving. And the guy's like, yeah, we're
wait. Where's the tour guys? Where's like the people who are chaperones?
They were trying to fuck with my buddy's go-kart that broke down like a minute behind us. So like we're here and they're like 400 yards away.
And my shit, I'll put that bitch in reverse.
Bro, I literally, No, it wouldn't go anywhere. It would just shut off.
No, I'm talking about everyone else who's up there. I'm going back with.
But we didn't know where to go. So like I told him, I'm like, bro, like we're not going to this like village if that shit's gonna happen. If that's gonna happen, you better put him in my cart because I'm not. You know, that's my boy. Like, so like, you know, we get to the village and it was just insane to see like all the kids like running up. Like I had suckers and I was giving them suckers and like you could tell like that was everything to them. And like we probably had like 40 kids chasing us, like just trying to like take anything that they can get their hands on.
That would make me feel really.
But like you knew that going into that, like how it was gonna be. But like when it actually happened, you're like, damn, like this is real.
Yeah.
Like that's how people think in Mexico too. Like Mexico's sketchy, bro.
Oh, you won't catch me over there anytime soon. What's going on right now with the whole cartel? No.
Yeah, I know a few people that went, and I go to Mexico probably 3 times a year. But I don't think that she was gonna get the trifecta.
I have no problem waiting until they calm down over there and they kind of fix everything. But
yeah,
the fact that people are going now because like, oh, it's gonna be cheaper because what's going on, like you guys are fucking crazy.
Yeah, but nobody's gonna mess with the resorts because the cartel owns them, so that's their shit. But you getting off the resorts the problem. That's where people go wrong. A lot of people like don't want to stay where they're supposed to. They're like, oh, let's go travel 20 minutes down the road.
I cannot. Oh my.
Especially in Mexico, bro. Like we're right in Tulum. There's a couple of clubs that are like 30, 40 minutes off the resort, like Coco Bongo and stuff. It's like a big ass party on the beach. Mm-hmm. But it's just like you're not where you got people worried about your best interest there. So it's like that's like a honey hole, you know, like oh, we're gonna go to Coco Bongo and come up. That's what it is. Especially getting drunk out there, bro. You just think everybody's being your friend until your shit ain't shining no more. Got a little off topic, carrying away with food and travel and sketchiness. But so how's home life? You got a wife and kids? How many kids you got?
I got 2 kids. I have a 3-year-old and a 8-month-old. Well, what's today? Ooh. Yeah, it turned 9 months and 4 days. So that's pretty exciting.
2 girls?
No, I have a boy and a girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how's fatherhood been different? Were you nervous at first? Was it something you even thought you were gonna do?
You know, when you plan it, you know, our kids are planned, and
so you're lucky.
Yeah, we're lucky. And I tell you what, when I got married in 19, she goes, I want to let's try to have kids right after we get married. I'm like, okay, cool. And bro, like the anxiety of like, I'm not trying to be too raunchy here, but like, of like busting that first nut, like knowing you're trying to have a kid is the scariest fucking thing in the world. Like I don't know how to explain it. Like the fear that come over, like I have to sit here and take care of this whole life. You know what I mean? Like you're responsible. I don't care who you are. Like you're responsible for this life until they can defend for themselves. You know what I mean? Like that was the biggest fear I had. And like, you know, when we had my baby girl, like my wife had to get rushed in for like a emergency C-section. And, you know, at first I was really just off tilt about it. I couldn't really be around my daughter. I'm like, I gotta make sure my wife's okay. But like once she was like okay, and I you know, got to hold my baby girl, bro, I've been hooked ever since. And I try to tell people, man, when you like, you know, I met a couple people like the last 2 years that like, hey, like I don't want to have kids, right? And I just met this guy in Jamaica who like, you know, I have a dog, and I can only imagine a kid. I'm like, dude, you cannot compare love of a dog, love of a parent, grandma, auntie, brother, sister. You can't compare it to a kid, bro, because like that feeling is undescribable. But like, you know, when you sit there and you know when you you know, I'm trying to reconnect. I'm trying to build a stronger foundation of my faith, and like they tell you, like, you know, how Jesus loves us and God loves us unconditionally. Like the closest thing you can symbolize or get close to that is like that love for the child.
Yeah. I feel like it's not saying like it is like this way, but I feel like it's valued so much more when you have a girl.
Mm-hmm.
Because like my perspective, like I wanted a son, and I'm sure a lot of males want a son.
Mm-hmm.
So like I did like the whole like I just tried to manifest having a son. Like I painted the room blue already. I was ready to rock. I'm dead ass. Then we went and got like the ultrasound and found out it was a girl, and it was just like I just felt so deflated. But I'm like, you know, whatever. I'm gonna be a dad. And then nothing like really hit me. Like it was like I honestly didn't even want a kid. Like, and it was just like I was, because I was young. I think I was 20, and it was just like so like gonna be so new to me, because like I feel like I haven't even found my own identity yet. So it's like now I have to do this and raise a child. So it was so different for me. But like as soon as like I got to first see her, I was just like, dude, this is my responsibility for the rest of my life. And like it just like completely changed my life, because it softens you up as well, but it also gives you that edge of like, you try to have that balance of like, you have to be the nice guy, and and then when things need to get real, you can flip that switch. It definitely softens you up, but it definitely makes you not necessarily more on edge, but like more about yours, to say the least. But like I think having a girl is like the greatest thing you can have.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think all guys. I know we, like you said, we all want that boy, but I think every guy needs a girl
For sure.
and first.
Yeah.
Because I was never in tune with my emotions. I was never like a gushy guy. I don't care for that shit. But like, my daughter can get anything out of me, and like in public, I can be like how I am at home with her. Like I'm like, I put myself out there. I'm like, she makes me feel completely vulnerable, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I fucking love it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, like I don't know. It's the best fucking feeling in the world, and I want to do the same thing with my son. Like, I feel like I know a lot of guys who have sons, and they're tough on them. And they're fucking like 2 years old. I'm like, dude, you should love your son just how you love your daughter. Like, but that's like the whole disconnect in our male world, right? We get raised to be hard asses, and like, dude, like, if you show that kid love at a young age, he might turn out all right. You know what I mean? He might not fucking, I ain't trying to say no crazy shit, but go against society. So
yeah, I think like the perspective that changes on you when you have a girl, it's like, when you have a guy or a boy, obviously, you think like, okay, like I'm gonna take care of this kid. Then when he's 18, he's gonna be his own man. Then he's gonna go live his life and just grow. But then you have a daughter, like, nah, I gotta hold her hand her whole life.
Yeah.
Because like you're always her protector. Like males, like once they get older, their chest gets out. Like I can handle my own. But your daughter will always be your little fucking girl, no matter how old and how long life gets. And that's one thing that I value, because I feel like I'm gonna have like a child my whole life.
Yeah, I mean, how old is your daughter?
She just turned 8.
Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. Like no. Like, I'm at a wedding the other day for my brother-in-law. I'm like, she goes, "Can you imagine?" I'm like, "Don't even bring that nonsense over here." Like, no, I can't imagine that shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and right now, like my daughter, like, she'd have a night terrors and crawls into bed, and my wife's like, we have to get her in her bed. I'm like, listen, she's only gonna be this size for so long. Let's just enjoy it. Yeah, it's 3 of us in the bed. Who gives a shit? Like, I want to, like, is it annoying sometimes that, because she kicked me in my back, but like, enjoy this, because like when she turns 18 and wants nothing to do with us, like we're gonna be able to like, fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, for me, I tell people, like, don't like. I know people who get overwhelmed, like, oh, this, waking up in the middle of the night is tough, and when they're a newborn, yeah, it's tough. Like, if you go in there with the outlook of like, I want to embrace this journey, right? I think parenthood is completely different. When people say, like, when it's hard, it's not hard. It's like you're distracted by something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, perfect example for us guys who play video games, right? It's like, oh, this fucking baby's crying, right? No, it's not hard. You're just playing a video game. You don't want to fucking turn it off.
Yeah.
That's why it's hard. Like, you know what I mean? You're focused on that, and like, you're pumped up. Like, I want to do this fucking kid. But like, if you're not playing that game and that kid's crying, you're chilling, whatever, there's no issue. It's all about perspective and how you deal with it. I think people are like, oh, raising kids, it's not hard. It's just like, stop what you're doing, get off your phone. You can't, be on Instagram looking at these videos, tend to your kid. And you see all the time, but like, man, if people just learn to fucking have that perspective and like, okay, I'm going to embrace this process instead of like, why now I can't do this, I think people will be, find parenthood a lot more fun and enjoyable.
I feel like a lot of people also like look at, I feel like so many people, especially now, are in like toxic places. Like, people are just toxic people, and I feel like those people are so shitty to be parents because they look at being a parent as a chore. and not something like people want to be a part of.
Yeah.
So it's like everybody looks at, like, not everybody, but like having a kid is like a burden to so many people, because everybody's like, oh, I wanted to do this or I want to do that, instead of just be like, bro, this is your responsibility. You made this decision. Like you have to embrace it, and it sucks because there's so many people out there with such a shitty outlook on being a parent.
Yeah. Yeah. I to this day, I don't understand, like, deadbeat parents.
Yeah.
Moms or dads. Like, I don't get how you can bring something into the world and want nothing to do with it. Blows my fucking mind. Yeah, blows my fucking mind. I mean, I just don't. I don't get it, man. Like, I don't get how you can have a kid and not really be there and want to see the day by day stuff and watch him grow. I had my kid during football season last year, like August, and like it killed me. Not like he came up every home game, but fuck, we played 8 home games last year or 9, whatever it is. Like, I see him 9 times out of fucking the 4 or 5 months. Like, that's not ideal to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I felt like I had no bond with my kid. I'm like, fucking sucks. I don't know how people do that shit, man.
Does that put you in a different space as an athlete now? Like
being a parent and being an athlete?
Yeah, like you just like you kind of value life more.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough because, like, like OTAs, for example, like, my wife got her company down in Nashville. And like, okay, well, you kind of get some push about, hey, come up to OTAs. Okay, well, my wife's doing what she's doing. I can't tell her, hey, stop right now, come up here. She come up here during the season, but right now she's up there trying to get everything in order so that she can come up here for the regular season, and even have to leave your kid for 4 days out the week, and even like if you couldn't go home one week and you had to go do something, like, that's just a whole week you're taking away from your kids, man. Like, it's not, it's just not enjoyable for me. Cause I told you, my daughter softened me up, and now, like, all I want to do is be around her.
Yeah, and I know you're always around her because there's probably haven't been a time where I've called you where you weren't hanging out.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. She's right. She's my little shadow when I'm home.
Yeah.
Man. She's with me, every day, and we just chill and vibe out, and I love it, man.
Yeah. So I feel like, you've been in the league for quite some time. Like, I feel like, are you at the point where you're looking forward to spending more time with your family?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I think, my daughter's turning 4 at the end of this year, and my son's gonna be 1. My son's gonna start walking soon. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's gonna be like a huge pivot in our parenthood, and my daughter's vocabulary, she's speaking more clearly. Like, I just feel like in the next 8 months, man, like, our whole dynamic of parenthood is gonna change, and like, I'm looking forward to that. And again, I don't know how that's gonna affect me, football wise, but like, I'm looking forward to it. I cannot wait to see what these kids kind of do and what they become.
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
I can't wait for you to be able to enjoy that as well. So, like, after football, whenever that may be, obviously there's a lot more football to be played. But like, what is your plan after football? Do you have like a game plan?
Yeah, I mean, right now I launched my own YouTube, and I'm doing my own podcast, and at the same time I'm diving into some real estate stuff down in Tennessee. I'm buying a couple of houses up here in Buffalo, and probably my own hometown. But for me, really just diving into real estate and kind of growing as a businessman, and kind of just learning that trick of the trade, and seeing what I can do with that after football.
Yeah. So what is your YouTube and podcast going to be like?
Yeah. So it's CY Legacy Podcast and CY Legacy on YouTube, and really the YouTube is kind of more like a day by day and kind of more of an insight of what I do. And I want to be able to show fans and people, what I kind of do on a day in, day out basis, and what the off season looks like, what the in season looks like, what does preparing for game day, what that entails, and at the same time transition into, like, when I go to my business meetings and I'm learning new trades to life, and all that stuff, just kind of following along and kind of see what I do and see how I'm growing as a person and as a father and friend, brother, and all that.
So I shot the first YouTube video, which was in New York City, which we discussed a little bit earlier. So, like, that was a great time, super last minute, and just jam packed with so many things to do. So, like, what do you want to do next with it?
I think my next thing is like I said, this real estate gig, and trying to really get the shine some light on that before the football season starts. And I'm about to, and like, literally probably tonight or tomorrow, I'm close on the real estate deal I'm doing, and I want to be able to kind of document that and show that and showcase that and show everybody what I have going on, and really just to show people you can do more than one thing. You know what I mean? Like I feel like as athletes, you looked at, like, well, you're just a football player. Like, no, I'm not. I'm so much more, and I'm trying to just show people that you can do whatever you want to do, and if you put your mind to it. And I think we get a bad stigma because everyone's like, oh well, you can't do a podcast, you can't do that because you're not focused on football. It's like, dude, what are you talking about? Like all the time we put into football, like you tell me you can't do anything else. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
it just doesn't make sense. I'm just trying to show people that you can do more than just football. You can go out there and be a businessman and survive in this world and build your own legacy.
So like you said, building your own legacy. So it's called CY Legacy. What does that mean?
Yeah, so see what legacy is create your own legacy. I mean create your legacy. And for me, like growing up, it was huge on me because, I grew up pretty rough and, my mom and my dad they were separated and it was kinda for a short time kind of defend for yourself and I had to really pick a path. What I mean, I could have went down the path of where my friends are now and being in the streets and having multiple kids or whatever the case may be, or go out there and play football. And for me, I wanted to break that stigma. I didn't want to be this a product of my environment. I want to be something different. And but at the same time, I always wanted to have fun too. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't want to be like, okay, you have to go on this road, but you can't have fun. You know what I mean? Like all the fun. Like no, I wanted to go out there and have fun, but at the same time, like have those core values that okay, I'm gonna wake up in the morning and still go to the gym before high school. You know what I mean? Like I'll wake up at 5 o'clock, go train in the gym, go to high school, go to football practice. I did that all year. Excuse me. And my high school coach, Bill Spag, made that possible. He came and pick me up every morning. And like without him, like I probably would have been pulled in a wrong direction. You know what I'm saying? So like but for me just that whole leaving something behind and creating something I wanted to be known for that. And then when football kind of just came into my life and I kind of just took off with that, like I wanted to really just grab it and see what I can do with it. And I've been blessed to be in the league for 10 years and get the contract I did. And now I'm just trying to continue that, even outside of football, just kind of, build an empire for my family that we can be proud of, going forward.
How important do you feel it is to give an example or tell a story that you kind of want to pitch to somebody who's younger to kind of like, make that same decision, the same conscious decision, like, hey, like, you can do this. And as long as you do a specific way and just kind of shed light or a little bit of knowledge on like the younger generation to like show them like you can create your own legacy instead of following somebody else's
Yeah,
footsteps.
that's a good question. It's a tough question because, one of my favorite sayings that I was told to growing up is like, you can bring a horse to water, but you can't force it to drink, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I have a younger brother too who is dealing with some demons right now and is going through a hard time. And um, it's just tough because I'm not there. And I'm in Nashville, and it's hard to have that communication and have that guidance on him. And just speaking from personal experience, like he's in a spot now where like he's acting out, and it's hard to get to those kids. And everyone, and we live in a day and age now where everyone wants everyone to feel sorry for themselves, right? Like everyone wants to like feel pity for something or the situation. It's like someone out there, no matter who it is, always has it worse. Like just how you say going to DR and them kids are going crazy over candy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like some of these kids still have a roof over their head, and they're still like, well, why can't it be me? Well, you're not putting the work in, man. Like you're just not doing it. Like
Mm-hmm.
I feel like now everyone wants to like, okay, I want a handout. I want like, well, I want to go play in the league. Like, can you help me? Like, what can I help you with? Honestly, like people like, hey, can you help me with something? What can I help you with? Like, you're 180 pounds. Are you being realistic about it? Like, you know what I mean? The odds of playing in the league is hard. Like, you know what I mean? That number is very small.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, you know, if you're a kid that was 130 pounds, I'm a D lineman. Like, dude, like, I was like 280 in high school. You know what I'm saying? Like, now I'm not saying you can't be successful, but maybe that sport's not for you. Like, go learn to be a general contractor, because, like, you know, you're always gonna need a contractor in this world, like somebody who's a handyman. You know what I mean? Like, it takes nothing to go online and buy a book and start educating yourself on that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this stuff that people can do that they don't want to do. Like, you know, people tell me all the time, like, oh, it's hard out here. It's tough. You know, I have family I want to take care of, but, like, I'm trying to do it the right way. So I'm trying to build a legacy and build something that I can sit there and help take care of my family, but, like, not like straight from my own personal funds. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you see people all the time, like, you got handymen who are hanging up TVs. Well, why don't you go do that? You know what I mean? Like, why don't you go start a lawnmower service and cut people's grass and make $20 for a house? You know what I mean? Like, there's stuff out there you can do, but you're just not doing it right. Like,
Yeah.
you're just not taking an initiative of going out there and doing it, and that's the hardest part. It's, all right, I'm gonna go do it, and then sticking with it. Like, so I feel like so many people now are just, I want to go try to do this. They'll go try it out. It's not panning out. Well, I'm gonna go back to this. Like, bro, like, we can't do that. Like, now people are living with their moms and dads at 30 years old. Like, what are we doing here? People, like, you know what I mean? Like, go out there and learn to build a craft in something. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta be a master of one thing. Just, you know, be a master of all. You know what I'm saying? Be a jack of all trades. Go out there and, like, build your arsenal so you can do everything, and so you can, you know, just access this world we live in. Like, right now with social media, how the things going, like, go get a camera and do a podcast. Go do some, you know, video. Like, everything right now is blowing up right now.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard for me to sit there and be like, well, you know, you're not making money, you're not doing something. Well, I don't think you're actually trying to apply yourself to actually do that. So it's, to go back, I know I ramble, but, like, to your original question, like, it's hard to tell kids, like, or give them advice when they don't want to do it.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's a little forceful.
Yeah.
Especially in this generation, nobody wants to listen.
Yeah.
Everybody wants, like, oh, I'm good, whatever.
Yeah.
But it's important because, like, I feel like I discuss it on every one of my podcasts because it's kind of the dynamic that we go in is, like, what can we, you know, drop for the younger generation for them to be better? And it's like, I always talk about, like, like, for example, like, having, like, athletes go to your high schools when you were younger. And a lot of kids look at it as, like, getting out of class as opposed to, like, looking at it in some beneficial way. Like, you listen to everything they say, but it's just kind of like this. But then you're old and you're like, dude, remember when so-and-so said that? Like, imagine if I applied that to myself, how different my life would be. And I mean, I've unfortunately done that to myself multiple times by just, you know, people dropping jewels for me. And I'm just like, yeah. But, like, that's why, like, this podcast is doing so well for me because, like sure, we're having a conversation, but I'm also learning to be a better man. Anybody I talk to, because there's something you can learn from everybody. And I feel like that's a good trait to pick up because a lot of people, like, have the narrative like, oh, I'm just better than everybody, or I'm better than so-and-so, I'm doing this and they're not. So, like, there's nothing this person can offer me. But, like, everybody's, you know, trials and tribulations are so different, and everybody has experienced somewhat of the same thing, but they've experienced different ways. And any type of knowledge you can spew on those situations can become so much more educational for people if they want to apply themselves.
No, I agree. I mean, ego is the killer of man.
Yeah.
I mean, it blocks ego blocks everyone's chance at greatness, I feel like. I mean, you know, I don't know. I just feel like, you know, when people sit there and, like, you know, oh, I can do it by myself, or, you know, I can't do it by myself, that's just all ego talking. And no matter how you look at it, I can do it by myself, do it by myself or not do it by myself. Like, everyone just put up these blinders on, and, like, it just ruins their chance of success, man.
Yeah.
It's truly sad.
Yeah. So we're going to wrap it up here in a little bit. But first, before we do, you want to drop all of your social media information? You can do your personal and then the podcast stuff.
Yeah, you can follow me on IG at DQJ_90. My IG for my podcast is C.Y Legacy_podcast. Follow me on G. It's the same thing for YouTube. Follow my YouTube. Like, follow, subscribe, and follow along.
Yeah, so we're gonna definitely be getting pretty heavy into the avenue because I'll be mostly shooting a lot of those things, and we're getting to the point of the year where we're going to be together for quite a bit. So there's going to be so many things, like, because we've honestly probably talked for hours and hours on everything that's possible and potential for the production for you guys. And like, it's going to be everything from trying food to working out to golfing, just to having fun, but also at the end of the day, just being yourself. So you're going to be able to see a different side of just a football player, which, you know, is the narrative we're trying to change here, because athletes are humans. So there's going to be so many things. We're going to go on a lot of trips. We're going to have a lot of food. We're going to fuck up a lot of shit. But at the end of the day, we're going to have fun.
Yeah. Next trip is Vegas.
Yeah, which I'm going to have to prepare for that one. The dry heat.
Yeah, it'll be fun. With Von Miller's Pastoral Summit, so I'm looking forward to it.
That's going to be very, very, very fun.
Yeah.
Very fun. Like, and like the way I look at it is like obviously beneficial and educational, but like networking is going to be so beautiful out there. And Vegas is just beautiful anyway.
I know, I can't wait.
So one thing we got to do in Vegas, there's a guy from Buffalo who owns a pizzeria right off the strip.
Oh, pizza review? What we're doing?
Yes. I wanted to go there when I was in Vegas last time.
I'm with it.
So now that we have your attention, if there's anything that you want us to do in Vegas, just let us know. I think you can do like dune buggy rentals out there. You can
do race car.
We can do whatever. So if you guys want to pull up little Google and you want to see some crazy shit documented that's not going to hurt us, we'll add it to the list.
Hey,
I mean,
go to amateur strip club night.
Yeah. I'm gonna go in there. You're gonna see me. You see me up there. Like, damn, girl, I thought you said you were sleeping.
What movie that from? That's from like Think Like a Man 2. When we all had to go up there for amateur strip club night. Yeah.
Didn't they all walk in at the same time too?
Yeah, it was like the wives. I'd be fucking.
That
my wife
movie
would kill me, but hey, content, babe.
Yeah, well, that'll be on the CY Legacy podcast YouTube channel after dark. That's when you have to actually subscribe to and pay the Patreon fee, because, it's pretty much like an OnlyFans thing at this point.
At that point, yeah.
But, thanks for coming by the studio. I feel like it's been a little bit overdue. We talked about it a lot, but it's so dope to just kind of sit here and discuss, like, who you are as a person and the direction you're going, and just, getting ready to show people what that legacy is, and just building for, everybody to see, especially your kids.
Yeah. No, I appreciate you having me, man. I enjoyed myself, learned a lot. I'm trying to do the same thing, so I learned a lot, and just very, very much appreciative.
Yeah. We're definitely going to have to do it again.
Oh, for sure.
So ladies and gentlemen, so I need you to like, subscribe, and peace.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's my time. Think it's my pen ready. Used to hold myself back, my self-esteem damn petty. Gotta keep on chugging. Ran through everything in front of me. Might smoke bed heavy. Got a whole agenda. Can't aspire to get ahead, so bump that. It's no surrender. Got a dollar flipped up. I'm trying to get it in FT to get them when they're in hand and crypto. Learn how to fix that. I don't really hold out of books, but I'ma learn how to fix that. Some opportunities and never come unless you paying attention. So no, I can't miss that. Moving. MVP, I got the record. I might have to prove something. Big jumper worthy. They gon' have to retire my jersey early. Whole crew coming. Had to work something, cause I had nothing in my pocket. Yeah, I did all that. Big plans. Partners trying to make profits. Yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no wins. Yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen. Putting hours in my practice, I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my big dog walking big talk. Young veteran, living legend, bet I'm better than them. This is my ship. I'm a jacket like Letterman. Y'all better not let them in. They gon' rotate this, so I keep the pedaling. Started a chain. The cycle is heaven sent. This is from God, but I'm not your reverend. Not in the pulpit. I'm a pit bull in this element. Yeah, said you gon' pull up, then settle it. Yeah, I've been married to this hustle. This is my ring. Watch out, step in it. Yeah, and I ain't even got a yard, but I'ma get it here. Watch out. touchdown. Pulling plans out the clutch, everybody getting crushed. The cut down is for us now. Have to work something cause I had nothing in my pocket. Yeah, I did all that. Big plans, partners trying to make profits. Yeah, I did all that. Work, sweat, and tears breaking, even no wins. Yeah, I did all that. Had to make it happen. Putting hours in my practice, I did all that. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. Yeah, I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my year. Yeah, yeah, I really feel it's my time, think it's my. Yeah.